Good day, great day, and grand day to you all. Welcome back to another segment of Dr. TSA Series, a spiritual discussion. My name is Dr. Terry O'Day, and today's topic is anxiety, a spiritual perspective. So let me first start by describing or defining anxiety. Anxiety can be explained as having a set of emotions that would include anxiety and fear about future events. Now, this is a very loose description or definition, right? I'm not even defining it in its entirety, but I'm loosely explaining that anxiety is a set of emotions that would include anxiety and fear, or rather, fear and worry, persistent feelings of fear and worry about a future event. I want to underscore future, that would also render or be accompanied by physiological or systemic issues or systemic symptoms that we may be having, right? So fear is a response to this future event, right? And anxiety, you want to look at anxiety, or I'm sure many of you who have experienced anxiety has been told that anxiety is really connected to irrational fear about an event or a situation that may occur. Right now, again, these events or situations has not occurred, but the anxiety is like this persistent, intense feeling about what this event may render, or what this situation may happen or may evolve into. Okay, and so those physiological symptoms may include restlessness, nervousness. It may include gastrointestinal issues. You may experience like trembling and having problems concentrating. You may also experience like this feeling of doom and panic, right? Sometimes we have that dooming feeling and panic. Some people may describe some of the symptoms of like sweating or having this increased heart rate, right? So let me take it back a little. And I want to take it back to this intense worry about, or this intense fear about this future event. Now, the reason why I keep going back to future is because the situation or the event has yet to occur. Let me say this again. The event, right? This event or situation has yet to occur. It hasn't happened as yet. So what we are doing is we're taking all this intense thoughts about what may or may not happen about this future event. Now here's the spiritual perspective. The spiritual perspective is, this event has not occurred. This event is in the future. Therefore, you have been taken out of the moment. You are not in the moment. You're not allowing yourself to stay in the moment. You're thinking about this future event, this event that has yet to occur. Right? So the thoughts are bombarding you about an event that has yet to occur. The event is not happening in the now, but you've brought the event in the now, in the mind, and the mind is influencing what may or may not happen in the future. This fear is about a future event. Let me give you a quick mnemonic of what fear is, right? I've heard this a couple of times. My mentor has shared this with me a few times. Fear is false evidence appearing real. It's not happening in the now. This event is not happening now. but your thoughts have carried you into this what may or may happen event, right? This thought has brought you into the possibilities of what may or may not happen, but the event is not happening in the moment. So if you're experiencing intense fear, this false evidence appearing real, right? Because it's not happening in the now, it is yet to occur. So that means if it's yet to occur, that is not in the moment. The moment that you're experiencing are these feelings. The feelings, not the thought about the feelings, but the feelings. But we are so wired up to perceive that the thoughts are your feelings. Rather, the thoughts is a judgment about what you're feeling in the moment. Let me give you some examples of events, right? An upcoming job interview, perhaps an upcoming date, right? Someone you first met or whatever the case may be. Perhaps it's a speech that you have to give, that you're about to give, that you're going to give, right? All of these things can be anxiety producing. Now, let me just say that a little bit of nervousness, a little bit of, the feelings, right? All of these are feelings of nervousness, just a little bit is normal, right? The understanding is, or what is the understanding of what those feelings are? Not the mental understanding, not what we've been taught, but what is the understanding of the feelings that we're having? What is the spiritual meaning of those feelings that we're having? Removed from the thoughts about what may or may not happen, but what is the feelings that you or I are experiencing in the moment? That nervousness, that churning in the stomach here, right? That those little nervousness, or the feelings of the increased heart rate. To an extent, some of that is normal. It's when it's persistent, it's when it's intense, that is the concern. So I'm not going to really address the intensity of it, but I do want to underscore that these are future events, which means that you're not allowing your spirit to impart to you an understanding from your sense of self, from your essence, an understanding of what those feelings mean in the moment. So what does those feelings mean in the moment? If your spirit sees that you're about to do an event, or that there's going to be that there's a planned event, or what have you, right? And I want to talk about these planned events, right? You have a planned event, and now you're starting to, maybe it's in a minute or so, maybe it's in 10 minutes, maybe it's in a day or so, right? And you start to feel these feelings of nervousness, particularly around speeches, particularly when you're going to appear in front of a crowd. That churning energy within you is an activation, right? It's an activation that occurs right here in your abdomen area. And because a large portion of your essence, the spiritual energy of your essence, lies within this area of your body, means that your spirit is engaging you, is inducing this energy, this creative energy within you, to trust in its ability to show up for you in the moment of the event. It's almost like a preparation that this energy that is being churned within you, activated within you, so that you can perform. The perception of that is so far more reaching, with the understanding that you are a spiritual being having this physical experience. living this physical experience. So your spirit is activating this energy within you, preparing you so that it can show up for you within or at the time of the event, so that you may speak from your source and not the mind, not the head, not the suggestions of external stimuli, but from the source. So when you're experiencing those feelings, it is important to sit within the space of those feelings and put out the intention that this energy is to activate your ability to speak from the source and not the mind, because your spirit knows. Your spirit knows who's going to be at the event, what the place is going to look like, what people need to hear, what it is you need to share. All of that is by design. Nothing is by error. Nothing is by mistake. All of that is by design. So you want to place yourself, allow yourself to feel those feelings with no judgment, and put out the energy. Speak to that energy, speak to that space, that which you want to happen, that which you want to occur, that which would be beneficial to your spirit in the highest and best good. So that's just a small one introduction of anxiety and a small explanation, a short explanation of what the spiritual perspective is. Thank you all so much for watching. I trust and hope that that was beneficial to you. For those who are watching, thank you so much. Remember that you're loved. Mwah. Namaste. Bye. And there you have it on another segment of Dr. TSA Series, a spiritual discussion. Thank you once again all for watching. Remember to click that thumbs up and subscribe. Also, remember you're loved. Namaste.